Hi, welcome to Elderberry Creek Farms. In today's garden update, we're going to talk about planting our winter garden. We've got lots of things to show you. I could only show you a few things today, but we're going to plant asparagus, snow peas. I planted some lettuce yesterday, calendula, a few other herbs, and I'm going to show you my seedlings that I started a couple of weeks ago. So come on and follow us. Hey, so today I've got here some purple basil that I'm starting and some regular basil right here that I'll be growing and harvesting before wintertime comes. Then right over here I've got cilantro, and I'll probably be planting this every 2 to 3 weeks, a new harvest, so I can have a continuous harvest. Then over here, these little guys are Echinacea purpura. Up here in these little pots, I've got celery. It's really teeny tiny. That's just starting. That'll be one of my fall crops. Brussels sprouts right here. This is Copenhagen cabbage, calabash cabbage, and Brunswick cabbage. None of these have come up yet. And then this is a bunch of kale, but it's a forage kale. So I'll be growing that for my chickens, so my chickens will have winter food through the fall and we won't have to buy very much feed. Right here, these are probably about 2 weeks old. This is kale. It's a multi-pack variety. Swiss chard. Over here, I've got the Waltham broccoli. And over here, I have an Italian variety of broccoli called Dicisi, I believe it's pronounced. And that's about it right now that I've got in the pots. I'll probably be starting some other seedlings. I can show that in a next video. Let's go on and head out to the garden. I'll show you what I'm planting today. So today I'm going to be doing snow peas. I've got a little section of the garden that's cleared out from my green beans this spring and summer. I'm planting these 2 months before the first frost. Sometimes peas will float up to the top. So I put down a little bit of sand. This is our mint-liter mixture. It's 3 parts sawdust, or this is kind of like wood chips, to 1 part sand. And the peas, I didn't pre-soak them. They'll sprout faster if you soak them for 24 hours. So what we're gonna do is, if you see our trellis system here, what we can do is cover this over with greenhouse plastic, and then this will hopefully make our peas last a little bit longer than anybody else in our area. Okay, so I'm gonna put down some beets. Ideally, you want to plant beets every 2 to 4 weeks, successive planting, and that way you're going to have beets all winter long and through the fall. So these are just some Detroit red beets. I've already dug my little ditch here, pulled out the weeds along the edge. I've watered the ground, and I plant my beets way closer than what they tell you. And the reason is, I just sprinkle them down. I don't even measure them. We love to eat the beet greens, so I'll just pull out, I'll thin them, and then we'll just eat the greens, and then later we'll have all the beets kind of lined up. So I'll just thin them out as time goes on. I just kind of drop them down the row. Just super simple. Sometimes they fall on the side, and then we just pick those too, and those will grow also. I know to a lot of people this would seem like we're wasting all of these, but we really did eat a lot of the beet greens through the spring. So I've already been through 1 bag. This is where I got my beets to do the fermentation. All right, so as you can see, I finished planting the rest of the Detroit red. And then this is a different beet Cylindra, maybe. Anyways, these are supposed to be tender and a sweet variety. It says here it's an heirloom from Denmark. It's one that's famous for slicing with its long roots, and it produces a much more uniform slices. So I guess this would be good for canning, so maybe we'll try a video for that later. I'm gonna run it to the house, come back and grab my asparagus that I got on sale at Walmart, and I'm just gonna go ahead and plant it late in the season, but hey, it was cheap and it was only $1. So let's do that next. All right, so here we are with my asparagus crowns. So when you buy the crowns, they come like this. and a little bit of dirt. See, there's a crown. Here's a crown. So since I'm really late in the season, I'm gonna pick my biggest crowns. This one looks like it has a little bit of a sprout. I've been soaking these. You're supposed to soak them for 24 hours. Here's a really good size one. Okay. So, I kind of messed up on my other ones that I grew this year, which worked out for me because they came a lot sooner than everybody expected. So you dig a trench. This is the top of the crown. I'm going to lay this down, spread out your roots, and then you cover it. So what I did this year, because some of mine came up, some of mine didn't come up, I put a stake or a stick at each place that I did my asparagus all the way down. That way I knew exactly where right in front my asparagus was, and then later I could go back and see if it was still there. We had an armadillo come through here, and he had stolen some of the crowns. I don't know why. So I was able to replant a few. Like I said, I got these from Walmart. They're on sale, I think, for $1 for 6 crowns. It was a deal I couldn't pass up. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and plant these. And then I'm gonna water both of these really good.